Dances with Wolves and Avatar. You were
Avatar,
saying?
exact
Yeah.
same, yeah.
Yeah. Although I
It,
will say I did prefer Dances with Wolves. That was just a good movie.
well, Dances with Wolves had better sex scenes for sure.
Oh, that's Daniel Day-Lewis. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, you know Daniel Day-Lewis. He's done
Yeah.
a million shit. He did. He was that gangster in Gangs of New York.
That's a good movie. I
Yeah.
remember right. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Daniel Day-Lewis. He looks like a melted down Joaquin Phoenix.
I don't think he's melted down so much as just a condensed,
Condensed. There you go. Yeah.
really distilled.
Yes.
Rough. It's rough, man.
Rest in peace, Joaquin Phoenix.
Did he pass?
I'm sorry, I was thinking of his brother River Phoenix.
River. Yeah, the good one. The good one.
It's rough.
The good
man.
actor.
We love River too. We love River too.
Like so
He was
much.
great in Indiana Jones.
So much
I
being
mean,
down.
I think the issue with River Phoenix is he didn't get old enough to make a bad movie, so he's probably remembered.
That's the best way to go.
You know, that's what a lot
Yeah.
of people say about a few people. I
Yeah,
get
which
it.
is true. Which is true.
I guess you should be able to judge. You know what? I'll give it to you. Entertainment's a little different, but I feel like you should still
Yeah.
be able to judge people based on their performance as a whole.
Yeah.
But if they only did 2 movies and the movies were bangers and they fucking performed well, they were good actors.
So you're
Yeah.
upset that he died before you had a legitimate reason to criticize him.
Yeah, yeah. If
That's
you
what it sounds
if you
like.
care about his career, yes.
You're like, I'm
So
pissed off
his
at this guy. Everybody loved him. I bet he sucked if he just had a little more time to show us how much he sucked.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck that guy.
like Heath Ledger, for instance, I loved a lot of
Mhm.
stuff he was in, but there was some stuff that I didn't like.
Name a bad one. Name a bad Heath
I
Ledger. He was great as the Joker.
He was a good Joker. I liked him in Knight's Tale, but I also kind of thought he was not that great in Knight's Tale.
He was lovable in Knight's Tale. He was great.
I'd have to look him up. I'll have to look him up, Ken.
Alan Tudyk, man, he's been in everything. He was in A Knight's Tale too. I love that guy.
You know what? I'm not gonna look him up. Okay, so
You don't know him, but he's been in everything, man. He was in Dodgeball. He was Pete the Pirate. He had a
Oh, that guy.
starring role in Firefly, the TV series. He was great. I loved him.
what's his name?
Alan Tudyk, man, he's been in literally everything. He was in the Star Wars movies as the robot. He was the robot in iRobot.
Oh,
He
that
does
guy.
tons of
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
acting
yeah.
and stuff.
Was that
He's in
was he
the
the
movie of
driver in Firefly?
yeah.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was the leaf in
Yeah,
the
I know who
wind.
you're talking. I know who you're talking about. He's been in a few things. Yeah.
Hmm.
He's in so much. It's crazy. He's done lots of voice acting in all the Pixar movies.
Resident
You
Alien.
know, I think the problem is there are those few artists that you could go decade by decade and say that they never really did any egregious errors and died at an old age. Like I would say David Bowie. Now you might not like all of his albums, but you can't objectively say he ever made a bad one,
That's fair. I
I
don't think I
you know?
could.
I would have to re-listen, but I do feel like I could probably find something.
Yeah, of
Mhm.
course you'd find something to bitch about when it
Yeah.
comes to David Bowie.
I
But the
like
thing
David
is,
Bowie. I like David
Just
Bowie.
accept the American heroes we have. Love them.
yes.
Embrace them.
I
Now
remember
maybe you could say his movies weren't great,
the la
but
the last thing I've seen David Bowie in was the Nine Inch Nails song. I'm afraid doing a cover of "I'm Afraid of Americans," I believe, where he was
yeah, that was good.
yeah.
That was good.
Um, but anyways, no, I'm a harsh judge when I'm told to judge. Very honest, and that's why I feel like I could probably find something if I were to re-listen to a lot of his stuff.
Which is fair because that constructive criticism is very much needed, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's why we have new variations of Reese's cups, right?
Oh my
Like they're
God,
great,
there's so many different ones
but
now.
yeah, it doesn't mean you can't improve on good or great. You could make it even better or worse.
So this is the Sandpit episode 11. On mic it is myself, Tom, along with Stoba
Hey, what's up?
and Abe.
Hello, hello. I'm the token Mexicano.
Econo, I like that. They're both amazing people. They've been in my life for a long time. We just chat about certain topics and things of that nature. We got a little carried away this with our start. That's good. We had some nice stuff to talk about.
Wait, we were recording that whole time?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
past five,
Oh
Good,
my
good.
god.
past
That
6
was
minutes.
gold.
Yeah. So today there's a few things I want to talk about. Uh, I don't know if we'll get to them all, so I'm trying to figure out the order. But it's a lot of alien stuff to be real with you. Like I kind of
Oh,
wanted to talk about the recent shooting of a few people um,
a
along
few people. How many people got
You,
shot, dude?
the day after Kurt got shot. I believe two kids in a Columbia high school or a school got shot and killed.
I
I
didn't
didn't
even
hear
know
about
that.
that.
I the way I found out about it is because people, when the Republicans, I believe, asked for a moment of silence at the Senate floor, Democrats were like, "Why are we doing that for him, but not for the two kids that just died 2 hours ago?"
I mean, if we had a moment of silence for every kid killed in a school shooting, I don't think anybody'd be talking.
That's true. This is America.
Sad truth of America.
Sad
Mm.
truth.
It doesn't gun violence kill like isn't that like a leading cause of death
Yeah,
for kids under 18 or something?
yeah, yeah.
That's completely absurd, dude. When we got fucking cars and drugs, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I remember always thinking that when I was a kid, like in, I would say fourth grade, fifth grade, thinking about how easily it would be for somebody to just come in and kill everybody in a school with a gun. Um, because of kind of where I lived, the people I knew at the time, whatever. But the how back then nobody thought of that until the Columbine shootings.
Yeah. Columbine opened a lot of eyes, man.
Yeah,
Hmm. Open new doors.
And they got so much media attention. Like, you can understand why people would want to copycat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We even had a we had a case on VF where apparently someone came in, whatever, one of the mods banned him, and then the next day the dude literally shot his school up.
oh
The
my
only
gosh,
fatality was himself though.
oh,
He
that's
he
good at least.
injured one other guy, but that's about it.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's yeah, that makes me think of murder suicide, where most of the time it's only just murder because the person wasn't able to kill themselves efficiently enough. Um,
Yeah.
so to walk away from that sad stuff, since we've been talking about a lot of sad stuff recently, um, like people fighting dolphins. I don't know why Stowe was so stuck on that topic. Um,
Oh my god.
we're gonna talk.
Can't pin this on me.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, I
You
want
know
to
you
talk.
know what it is?
Hmm.
You're so you see all this human death around you, humans killing humans. Why you're so stuck on it is you want that aggression, that attention aimed at something that deserves it.
Yeah, dolphins do deserve it,
What
Mhm.
the fuck you got against dolphins, man?
Have you
dude.
have you have you seen the stuff they do?
They
They eat fish.
They
they
let's not get into that.
they fuck that fish before they eat it.
Uh-huh.
That's propaganda, dude.
It's it's dolphin propaganda.
That's the anti-dolphin lobby, like, getting to you.
That's big tuna. That's big tuna right there.
That's
It's
right, man.
it's the sperm whales are trying to distract from them being able to stop orcas from hunting. I didn't realize that orcas ate blue whales also.
What they do?
Yeah,
Blue whales are fucking huge. Aren't they the biggest mammal on the planet?
yeah.
How
Uh,
do they kill a blue whale?
what I saw, I saw their quote unquote new tactic that people are starting to see more them do more of is they thrash about in the water, and then a blue whale will inspect it because I believe it's supposed to be simulating what they eat, the sound away, effects. And then once the blue whale is there, they just go to town on it. Uh,
That can't be real,
yeah,
man.
it is. And then also they prey on normally calves, weaker or older ones, mothers that have just recently get birthed a calf. Uh, they and people have talked about you can when you look at a blue whale, if you look at closely at their fins, you can normally see bite marks taken out, and that's from a killer whale.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but in the video I watched, they killed that fucking whale. I mean, you just see them thrashing around, and then it just
I
starts
mean,
going
that's a
red.
lot of meat, dude.
That's a lot of meat.
That is
Um,
a lot of meat.
so I mean, I get why they do it. I mean,
How much you think a blue whale weighs?
dude, I have no idea. Tons upon tons.
Check it out. I'm gonna Google it.
Uh,
About 300,000 pounds.
yeah.
Can you imagine having that much meat, dude? I can't imagine they eat all that. It's gotta, like, sink. It's gotta be a feast for the sharks and stuff.
I would imagine,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah. Anyways, so I want to talk a bit about ocean stuff, kind of aliens and oceans, more or less. Since more people were talking about that. There's that Brazilian, guy from Brazil that I showed you, recorded that thing on the moon coming out of a crater.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I wanted
Saw
your
that video.
thoughts about that. I also kind of want to talk a little bit more about what we were kind of talking about last time with existential whatever, and the simulation theory and certain thoughts we all have about that. I have about that,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm basically a professional with all of my opinions on these topics. I can talk at length about them. It's great.
Good, good. I'm not. So
That's
something.
okay. I'll fill the time. I'm very knowledgeable about every single thing you said. I've in depth read Wikipedia articles, which makes me a de facto expert. So
Stuff. I think since this is all recorded, at some point somebody in the future will look back, listen to us, and will be able to and just make a game of take a shot when you know Stowe is lying.
wow, that sounds really fun.
Yeah, it
Stova,
does.
Stova,
I'm gonna drink right now.
Stova, how do you like knowing that you will be the cause of alcohol poisoning in the future?
I take great pride in it. I'm happy to corrupt America's youth.
No, Stowe was really good about being right about stuff. To be honest with you, um,
Thank you, thank you.
it's wild. It's like you have it pulled up already, type of deal. Like before the conversation even gets started, you're like, oh yeah, that's exactly my field that I've been studying for 20 years or so.
It's I watched a lot of Jeopardy growing up, man. I got that trivia loaded up.
Oh man, yeah, they'll do it. So let's start with. Oh, dude, I had this all written out and I put it down. There it goes. Um, let's talk about the moon a little bit.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't think it's real.
A lot of people say that. When you say not real, what do you mean? It's just a picture in the sky?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was just bullshitting in that moment. I think the moon is 100% real. I think it's a solid object. We've got gravitational evidence of the moon
Yeah,
with the tides
yeah,
and all kinds of crazy shit. I think the moon is real.
that's cool.
Sorry for misleading the audience.
Um,
I was not prepared to defend that position.
I was very ready to attack. Yeah, yeah. Some people say that they think the moon's hollow. They say that when NASA tested, they crashed one of their things into the moon to see the seismic waves of it, I think. Man,
Yeah, yeah.
so fucking that up.
Get that seismic data.
Yeah. It the noise that they got back resembled to have a bell, as if it was hollow.
Yep. Yeah, rang like a bell. That's what I heard too.
What a lot of people say is that that has to do more with what the moon is made of and things of that nature, while others say, in the past, people have said the moon is hollow and here's a map of what's inside of it and shit like that.
I love to imagine that there's aliens living subterranean, like everywhere, man, on Earth,
hmm
on the moon, you name it. It's
Yeah,
fun.
that's actually the subterranean stuff was something too I want to talk about because uh, one of the things that they've been talking about with that hearing that they had recently where they leaked stuff was the like clarification of um we don't have extraterrestrials. It'd be something more along the lines of subterraneans or ultra terrestrials,
Right.
which I
Yeah,
I
what if they've just been living here all along, man?
I mean that would make the best sense, really.
I
Uh,
mean, there's so many paths for that to be true, right? It doesn't have to be aliens. It could be like an earlier human civilization that didn't get 100% wiped out and they just went underground.
that's true. There's been so many extinction. There's 5 major extinction events we've known about, right? Um, it could have been something like that. Somebody recently was talking about it, and they talked about how we're humans. All the only thing humans are hybrids of the aliens that first visited here, and
Yeah.
those aliens live in the sea because it's the safest. Uh, Something I think about with that was like Soma. If you've ever played that, the whole concept is that
Yeah, yeah.
the Earth is on fire, more or less, um, and the only safe place is in the sea, and you're protected by everything outside of it.
The sea's big too, man. It's like 71% of the Earth's surface or some shit.
hmm Um,
There's more likely shit in the sea than on land.
and we know more about space than the sea.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at least space you can like see with a telescope. It's kind
hmm
of a low barrier to entry, right? With the sea, you want to explore that shit. You need like a submersible. You need like a boat dragging radar arrays or some shit. It's tougher.
Yeah, it's a lot tougher. Uh, and then a lot of people talking now about like the factory that's making UAPs or whatever in the sea. That's massive. I mean, there's so many different ways you can go with it, but I think that that would be the best place to hide, really. You don't have to, you also, if you have it mobile enough, you don't have to construct anything additional or find land that it will fit well with. There's sea so massive, it'd be so easy to find just a flat spot in there and not to worry about shit fucking with it.
Right.
Something too, I remember somebody was talking about is the theory that we're the aliens. We came from Mars after a near extinction event there, and all that stuff. And then, speaking of Mars, did you see that they found what looks like biological, not life.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
signature.
I did hear that.
Excrement.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they
Bacteria.
found something in a rock.
It looked like poppy
That's,
seeds and something like that, right?
no, well, what I heard they found on Mars was um bacterial leavings. Like if bacteria was alive there, it is exactly what it would poop out essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they found. Bacterial poop.
Yeah.
That's what I heard too. I heard also that there's two ways for it to occur. Either bacteria poop it out and you get this exact thing,
Mm-hmm.
or under extremely specific geological conditions, with the right amount of heat and pressure and materials, rocks can also look like that.
Yeah.
But in the crater they found it in, they don't think those conditions were ever anywhere close to occurring. So they're like, it's gotta be bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they aimed their searches specifically to areas that they believe that were the most likely to have hosted life at one point with like the whole dried riverbeds and all that.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a very specific aimed search and they found what they were kind of looking for.
Yeah, I think they found it in an old lake.
It's pretty cool. I can't wait for them to be able to get a sample of it and test, see what it is.
I can't wait for them to find a human skeleton. That's gonna be rad.
Well, if they just like find a giant ass skeleton of a
Oh man, yeah, yeah. It's actual Bigfoot.
yeah.
Oh shit.
They'd never release it, man. They'd never tell us the
No.
truth.
Uh.
Bigfoot's an alien.
So. Oh yeah, and then Atlas. Very little information with that. It has it has a tail now apparently. Uh, but it's getting brighter and brighter, like way more than it should be getting.
Oh yeah. Turn on them landing lights, dude.
Mm-hmm. Getting things ready. I think on the fourth or fifth is when it's going to be closest to us of October.
October, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a view of it, or is it gonna be on the other side of the sun?
I think that'll be when we're able, right before it goes to not being visible to us.
Okay.
Or it's either that, it was either that or is when is the closest it will ever get to us.
So we think, unless it slows
Yeah,
down and veers straight at us.
yeah.
I heard it had a big anti-tail too. Instead of a tail like
Mm-hmm.
pointing away from the sun, it had like a big tail pointing toward the sun.
Yeah, big corona that's pointing
Yeah.
straight to the sun. That was getting brighter as it got closer, of course.
Which apparently we don't really see in like comets in our own solar system.
Yes, yeah. Um,
You know what else looks like a big anti-tail?
hmm.
Retro thrusters, man. If it wanted to slow down and turn its boosters on, it looked just like a big tail pointing out the front of the damn thing.
That's something that you said last time that I was thinking about is I'm sure that we could monitor the speed that it's moving. Um,
If it wasn't hiding behind the fucking sun.
well, so that's the thing. So what if the it getting brighter and the light being the way it is? What if that's to kind of mask how quickly it's actually coming? Like, could that be their way of make it seem like it's still going fast, but it's not. It's slowing down. Or do you think it'd be too obvious?
I don't even think they'd need to hide the fact that they're slowing down, man. I've played enough Kerbal Space Program to know that if you want to do shit in space, you really got to plan it out in advance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so true.
It is ridiculous. Like, so much of like, if you wanted to launch a mission to Mars, let's say you had all the materials, you had all the scientists, you had infinite money, you still basically have to wait for the fucking planets to align, right? You gotta
Yeah.
wait till Mars is kind of close to you and then launch, because the difference between launching when Mars is far away and when Mars is close is the difference between like a fucking a 2-year trip and like a 6-month trip. Like it's ridiculous. If we wanted to send a fucking thing to intercept this, like it's way too late now, dude. We
Yeah.
would have had to plan.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
And with the current economy, I don't think that they would front that bill anyway. You know.
Nah, nah.
Economy is
The
fucked.
aliens have all the money anyway, man. We'll never get them
Yeah,
to implicate themselves.
that's
If
true.
Elon Musk is a human, I'll eat my own shirt, dude.
I think he's a human.
That dude needed another fucking 6 years in fucking social school.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He is not passing as a human.
Dude. And I hate it when he's somebody I was watching an interview with him, and his responses are just so, how to put it without being cringe. Um, hard to listen to. And what I mean by that is, like, reporter asked him a question, and he was like, "Well, that's a very NPC thing for you to ask." Like, that's so dumb to say.
My God, man. It's you're saying the quiet part out loud, dude.
Yeah, yes. It's so
He just has too much damn money.
dumb. Yeah, yep.
I guess when you have that much money, you don't have to worry about, I don't know, repercussions from your actions.
No repercussions.
No.
You're allowed to pick and choose who's gonna be on that late night show.
Yeah, you just say anything you want.
Anything.
The world will mold itself around you.
Yes, that's sadly how a lot of billionaires are nowadays. I mean, it's how it is. Um,
It's just amazing how he fails at basic human tasks.
mm-hmm.
Like, oh, let's name your child.
What did he name his
Fucking, that's an F, dude. You get an F.
What did he name his kid? I forgot.
I don't know, like a serial number or some
Oh,
shit.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
but then he says the pronunciation is like savior or something like no, 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 it's not
No.
I know you
like
can
that.
pronounce some shit in crazy ways in English, but there ain't no law that makes that shit make sense.
No. Yeah.
Yep.
People are just scum. I mean, so
I'm
many
not
people
gonna
are
disagree with you.
so many people are just terrible.
There's good people too.
Eh,
Tell 'em I think you're good people.
You made a bad choice.
I didn't say great.
You know,
decent.
yeah, decent. You know,
Yeah.
that reminds me of something a buddy of a buddy said once. Um, if you're a jack of all trades, you're good at a good chunk of stuff, but you're not great at anything. It's
Yeah,
always stuck with me. I feel like that's how I am with a lot of different things.
dude. I think life is like a D&D character sheet. You got your stats, you got your skill points. You gotta choose where they're spent, dude. You can get a little bit of everything, or you can really master one specific path. Maybe you
So,
can take some traits that are like negatives,
Hmm.
and you can apply those bonuses elsewhere. You're like, hey, I'm gonna have no social skills, but I'm gonna be able to solve math in my head really good.
Yeah, that's true. Um, or you
so
could
sometimes,
go for it.
sometimes, sometimes you run into those people that like they look good, they have a good job, they're like really talented, and you're like, fuck you, dude. Like, what the fuck?
That's too much, man. There's got to be something wrong beneath the surface.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. I feel that. I could see that. I mean, there's so many people that they're great at something, but they never apply themselves to that because they don't want to. And I could see that being the quirk of it. Um,
How many people never find the thing that they're amazing at because they're too afraid to try? Or like they're so afraid of failure that they never even like apply themselves to the thing that they would have been a savant at, right?
hmm A lot, I would imagine.
Yeah,
But
man.
at the same time, like we were talking about earlier, if the actor dies before he can actually get an actual judgment on them, makes it a little hard to. Same with if you never apply yourself to be judged, then you're never to be judged. Uh, it's kind of like,
Double-edged swords, man. You're
yeah,
immune to criticism, but then you never really achieve everything you could have.
it's like this guy was having teaching a computer to play Tetris, and it got to a point where the game itself starts to becoming so fast that it cannot be beaten no matter what. Um,
Right.
so what the computer did is once it got to that point, it just paused the game and considered that the win. Otherwise, the other option was death.
It's the only way to not lose.
Yeah,
That's pretty smart. Yeah.
I feel like that's how a lot of people go about their life.
Yep. I think you're totally right, man. If you never try, then you can never fail.
Which I'm all for trying. It's actually where I feel like I'm at with certain things in my life, and I think that's where I need to try to pivot more. Is to
That's brave,
try.
man.
Oh man,
I've avoided doing all kinds of shit in my life because I'm afraid of failure. Ooh.
man, I feel that. Same here for the
Well,
most part.
here's the thing though. Succeeding feels great and everything, but I think failure gives you more to grow on. It's important to fail.
It
I
is.
think so too, man. I think it's very constructive if
Hmm.
you can take it constructively.
Right. Where am I lacking? What did I do wrong? What do I not understand about this process? Oh, okay, let me apply what I learned, and hey, I just got better as a human doing a thing.
Man, I played percussion. I was on percussion in middle school band, grade 8, and I was chilling on the cymbal one day, and the band lady, she was like counting us down into the song, and I came in literally one beat too early, and I smashed them cymbals together right before everybody else started. And holy crap, everybody shit their pants just because of what I did. And I had to sit there and look at them and own my mistake. And in that moment, I said, I'm never coming back to this class ever again.
I've had I feel that I've had moments like that before.
That was early morning class, too, man. It was like 9 a.m. or some shit. That was awful.
Oh, dude, that's rough.
It's a bad way to wake up.
For me, it was a math club. I was invited to do it. It was a math club for people that were like 2 grades above me. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I was very good at math back then. I don't know if math is a language. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Dude, honestly, I didn't even know there were math clubs. Like, that's the nerdiest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I got there and they were like doing algebra, and I have not been taught how to do any algebra. So like the second or third time I went, I was like, okay, I'm not coming back to this. I thought this was gonna be a fun little like, hey, we were all math
Oh,
geeks.
yeah.
And it was not. It was here's
Fucking
math work
nerd
to
doesn't
do.
even know PEMDAS. Look at this guy. What are you
Yeah,
here to do, buddy? Just add and subtract?
yeah. That's exactly how it felt.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people that were running it were like 3 or 4 grades above me. So like when I asked them questions, they were not nice about it. I was like, man,
That's
fuck
fucked up, man.
this.
Who put you in there?
Teachers, the teacher that ran it, that like was fully
Oh my
over it.
god.
her and the another teacher were talked about me because of I'm very good at math.
They just don't consider the social implications of what
No,
they're doing.
no, yeah.
Tom's good at math. Let's put him in the math thing with all the older kids. It'll be
Also,
great.
I
also
go for it.
there's math, there's being good at math, then there's being good at math for your age,
Yeah.
which is completely different.
I was past my age for a bit on math, but a big thing about it too is I thought I was going into a setting that I wasn't going to be the only sixth grader there. And then to find out that I'm the first and only sixth grader that's been in there, it's like, oh, okay. I, this is this is not what I signed up for. This feels like
Yeah,
something
you're a
else.
trailblazer, man.
Fuck that shit. I hate, I hate. Now, the older I get, the more, let's talk about work ethic type stuff. The more I realize I was trained, um, and raised to sacrifice your body to get the job done. That, I feel like that mentality just does not exist, for the vast majority of people. Not to say there aren't that most people don't work hard. A lot of people work way harder than I do. Um, but
No, I
like,
think that's an older school mentality, man. The idea that
Yeah.
like, hey, it's the job, you got to get it done no matter
yeah,
what.
Yeah.
it's I work with a lot of like 17, 18-year-old kids right now, and dude is I think about how old people used to always say, you young kids don't know how to, what real work is. Um, I'm falling into that category now of thinking that, but I think what it really is just when you're young, you don't have the um, what's the word?
No,
Fuck. No,
gumption,
no, no. I was trying to stay away from that. Not
The
care.
moxie.
No. Um,
cojones.
the urgency. When you're young, you have more, you feel like you have more time on your hands. When you're older, it's let's get this shit done so we can move on and get home sooner, more or less, compared to how can I get through this day?
I think that's a certain level of maturity to look at like the whole picture instead of
Mm,
just like the immediate shit right in front of your face. I think younger generations are a little more accustomed to like immediate gratification
Oh yeah.
of like scrolling through TikTok and Pinterest and getting
yeah.
reinforcing like reinforcement like every 6 seconds, like new shit, new shit, new shit. You know, taking the
So
whole picture, like what you got to get done in the day, and applying that to your work life is probably like a maturity thing.
so I think it's that definitely, but I also think that kids are raised with these days with everyone's a winner, you know, so what look, when I was growing up, if you fucked up, you knew you fucked up and you felt shitty about it. Nowadays it's like it's like a coddling of emotions. Now, when they become working age, I mean, they carry a certain level of, well, I have to take care of myself, which is actually not a bad thing, right? If you
Yeah.
compare that with the responsibility and the urgency aspect, you have a pretty well-rounded individual. Unfortunately, it's all about you run into a lot of, well, the boss didn't care about my emotions, so I have to leave that job. It's like, what?
Mhm.
So I agree and disagree with both of you on certain things. Um, I think you're right about the emotion part. It does feel like that you have to care more, um, for these people. And I think that's something that I'm good about being empathetic towards what's going on with them and everything. But
Yeah.
now that I'm not in a role where I have to give a shit about it, I just don't, and I'm more of a, this job is, there's three people here and I could just do it myself. Um, we're wasting labor, type of mindset when I
Right.
should be pulling back to what the kids are doing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Um,
man, you're ruining the curve, dude.
ruining the curve. I so
We should
um,
all just be sitting around, scrolling on our phones for a little bit, doing like 25% of the job we're paid to do.
dude, man,
What are you doing, man?
that's the thing.
Why are you working so hard?
That's the thing, man. I don't want to say too much. Uh, I've been doing retail for 20 something years. Uh, Retail's easy. It's a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong, but there's way worse
Oh no.
jobs. Uh,
Mhm.
when I say retail, big box stores, uh, not just clothing, just whatever, everything. Uh, People always say, the job's like a high school. It is. Um, but I feel like that's any job. I personally feel like we're just children, though even though our bodies are 80 years old or whatever, we're still just a child. Um,
I don't disagree with you, man. I
Mhm.
think most jobs aren't that difficult when you boil it down to like what the average person is capable of, what the average
yeah,
person attained in school, what the average person can be expected to do for work. Most jobs are not that tough.
Right.
yeah, I agree. Um, but I feel like there's still, sorry, going back into it. Um, so at my current job, you can see how quick you're actually doing stuff, and things of that goes into metrics, whatever.
Oh, okay.
So for me, I'm almost always on top or in the top five at least, type of deal. Um, I was talking to one of the 17-year-olds, and they were telling me about how our boss was upset with her because she was doing X amount. Uh, I'll just toss a number out there, 100. So, so try to not put too much out there, but and I said, and she says, I think that's pretty good. And I go, it's not. It's bad. Just what are you talking about? And I said, we're supposed to get 150 instead, or actually be like 120, whatever instead.
Okay.
Um, and she goes, that's still pretty close. And I said, I do 200. I do two of you. And she,
I'm literally worth two of you to the job.
yeah,
That's cool. You must be getting paid twice as much then.
no,
Right.
no, no. Since I'm new hire, I get the lowest of the low.
That's that makes great sense.
Yeah,
What are they
Mhm.
using these metrics for if not to determine how much you're worth?
just to make sure that we're on course to getting things pushed out. I will say I was offered a leadership role in January, but we'll see where I'm at or what's going on in January. Um, Never let yourself be carried on a stick, but always play along is how I kind of roll with that.
Okay, okay.
But
That's a
anyways,
philosophy.
it's a bad one, man. Um,
Yeah, well,
I
having to survive in a capitalist hellscape is a fucking skill of its own.
yes, I was about
God
to
help us
say,
all.
that. Money, the first person to ever want to trade something for something, all of that
Yeah, man.
feeds into greed, and I wish we were in an era of you don't need money, at all.
We're getting there, man. The robots are gonna take all the jobs, and then I'm sure all the billionaires will spread the money around so that we
Oh
can
yeah.
all live
No.
happy, wonderful, fulfilling lives.
I remember when I was younger in school, they were talking to us about the trickle down effect with Reagan, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
trickle down, great.
And I remember thinking as a kid, that sounds like an amazing idea, and it really is. It's a great idea. Uh, the problem is that the people at top need to say, okay, we're now making 10 times what we were making. We need to feed that back into the company. Instead, it's okay, we're making 10 times what we were making. That means I can give myself a 9 times bonus.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's absurd.
you can actually see it in the game industry the worst
mm-hmm,
because it's like, oh, the company's making more profits than ever. We need to shut down the studio that made a quality product. Like, the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
game industry is fucking dirty, dude.
There was
so
also,
that's
um, for a short while there was in Nickelodeon, I think, kids television, animation of a little cook that was like a stop motion animation.
Oh yeah,
It got canceled. The creator had made a clip of him being told he was canceled, the little chef. But one of the things he says is, "But we won an Emmy. Why, if you have this highly skilled, you know, are we?"
exactly right.
Yeah.
Netflix does that shit all the time too, man.
oh
How many
yeah,
shows
oh
do they launch that are like critically acclaimed? People love it, and it's
hmm
like, one season was enough. We're just
yeah.
trying shit.
I also get that with like don't overstay your welcome type stuff. But like I feel like for the majority of it, things are getting canceled or stopped based more on metrics not being met. Um, even even with such a high fan base, doesn't mean it's being
Yeah.
watched enough.
Well, it's this horrible metric. Like, it's not enough to have a company that makes profit. The idea is you have to make more and more profit every quarter to report to your shareholders.
Yes.
You can have a perfectly sustainable business that makes like twice as much money as you spend, but unless it's growing and making more and more money like a snowball, it's considered a fucking failure because people can't buy into it and then make more money. It's
Yes.
such a fucking detached and awful view of fucking economics. Like it's insidious. So you see these successful people go under just because they're not greedy bastards trying to make more and more money every quarter. That's why fucking layoffs happen, man. That's why people get fired. They got to make more money from somewhere, and what's an easy way to do it, man? Get rid of your staff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's a sad state of affairs we're in. I
I know, man.
So
Change has got to come
so
from the inside, man.
that's what poor people say,
People
or
got
the
to
rich
make some
people.
big plays.
Dude, man, it's like
Uh,
people trying to start a union and then getting fired, like Walmart back in the day.
Yeah,
Their
man.
butchers started a union, so Walmart got rid of that position.
Amazon too, dude.
Yes, yep, Amazon. Um,
Jeez.
I knew I had a boss who went to another company. Uh, she tried to start a union there with her boss and her team. The company, the CEO came down and just fired them all. It's just wow.
Yep.
Union
Yep.
busting is rough, man.
yeah.
It's fucking evil, man. Unions are one of the only ways we can still actually fight back against corporate greed, and that's why they're so fucking against it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They will spend so much money busting unions to protect their future profits, rather than just like spending money to pay people what they're worth.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
did.
the best tactic to prevent unions is to treat your workers fairly and pay them fairly. So,
Hmm.
I mean, if you don't need the union, then you don't have to bust the union, you know?
Yes.
Yes, but if you paid people what they were worth, you yourself would have less money. Huh? If we consider that.
God, that's the thing is that once you make a certain amount of money, how do you not go, you know what? I'm not gonna be, and some of them have, some billionaires have even said this, where they said, there's no way I'll be able to spend this amount in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Then why
Dude,
not?
if Elon Musk gave away 95% of his money, he would still be a billionaire. It's so dumb,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Hmm.
th-
Oh, I wish we could tax him.
yeah. I wish we could do a lot. Um, it is crazy. It reminds me a lot of God, Richard Pryor movie. Um, Brewster's Millions, was that it?
Yeah,
Brewster's
yeah, yeah,
Millions. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah,
yes,
that's old, man. It's 80s.
yes. Where he had to like spend 11 million within a certain amount of time or something like that.
I believe it was 30 million
30
in
million.
30 days, which
30.
seemed
Mhm.
ludicrous at the time.
Yes, yeah.
How could anybody spend that much money?
Okay.
And now I feel like you can just do it with groceries.
I was gonna say, just go buy some eggs, man.
I got a family of 8 to feed, dude. That'll cover us.
It's rough, man. But again, I feel like billionaires should have watched that movie. um. Okay, so we talked about a few things, a little sidetracked here and there. Um, Something I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about was something we were talking about last time, uh, which was with something you said, Abe, where what if the scenario of us dying is that of a god dying? I feel like I don't know why that is stuck in my head, but it is stuck in my head. But I feel like that wouldn't be the that wouldn't be the not the answer, but the amount of people that produce outweighs the amount that die. So I feel like, what if we're something else, something growing, and the extinction events are really just us getting wiped out to try, something's trying to eliminate what's growing.
Well, I
Ooh.
mean, possible, but I mean, when I said that, I meant more like on the in the entirety of the timeline or time span of this universe
Oh, I
from the
see.
inception. So it's like the Big Bang equivalent to like pulling the trigger, and all this is that's going on is essentially the process of that bullet traveling to the head and
I
doing
see.
what it does, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
But
see that. I could see that. I could see that.
because so if you believe in the spiritual side of us or of life, then you could say yes, physically we're being produced, but what about all the spiritual energy? Is that being replenished? Do we even know? Like, because if it's truly just lights out when you're done, then this is just spiritual energy being expended. And do we really have an infinite amount of it or not? I mean, who's to say?
Also, got play. Kind of makes me think about the Some people were saying a lot of the UAPs, the spheres, are actually spiritual beings and not a craft, more or less. Um,
Yeah, I think that's the Stephen Greer side of things.
is it?
Yeah, he's big on them being psychic and spiritual entities, and you can communicate with them with positive thoughts and stuff like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
He'll even do like sessions if you pay money, where you get to come to a workshop and you can summon UFOs and stuff.
I have seen videos of that happening. I think that is a bit wild. Uh,
Totally wild, yeah.
I
But I
also go for
kind of want to try it, man. I kind of want to get on some DMT and give it a go.
shit. I mean, fuck, why not?
I definitely wouldn't want to do it sober, man. I think I laugh too
No,
much.
yeah, yeah.
But you get me on the right amount of psychedelics, dude, I might believe just enough.
I know, dude.
I don't think I've ever done psychedelics.
Mm, really?
I, I wouldn't recommend it, man.
Why?
With
Why?
your history of shadow people, dude,
Dude.
Oh shit,
shit
you're
might
right.
push you over the edge.
You know, with shadow people too. Oh, I can't remember if I've mentioned this or not. With shadow people, with me, it's different. A lot of people say the man in the hat. I have never, and dogs. I've never seen a man in the hat ever. It's
Yeah.
always just a figure. Um, I remember the first time talking to somebody else that had seen shadow people in my life, and that's what they talked about was there's a man in a hat and one crawling around like a dog. I was thinking, man, that's not what I see at all. Um, anyways,
I still, I hate you, you son of a bitch. Every
what?
time I wake up a little early and the room's still dark and I see shadows on the wall, I think to myself, Tom was right. This is the fucking moment.
It'll happen, man. You'll wake up and you'll be like, why am I awake? Why am I so wide awake? And then you just see a shadow creeping towards you, or just standing there. Sometimes just standing
Yeah,
there watching. I mean, what's the
yeah.
deal?
I got all kinds of creepy shadows in my room, man. Got shit leaning up on the walls, boxes stacked in the middle.
Oh
I
man,
wake up in the middle of the night. It's a fucking forest
you
of shadows, dude.
you're so funny to me because they don't come from the shadows, man. They're standing in the light.
Well, you know what? I sleep in the pitch black.
Yes,
The
yeah.
only light that emanates in my room comes from this damn computer because it has lights I don't even know how to fucking turn off.
Oh man, yeah.
Fucking power strip is so abnormally bright, dude.
Dude, man, that's where you put the the electrical tape over it. Block that
Yeah,
shit
I
out.
need some, dude. That shit.
I mean, that's
It's
legit
awful
what I
blue
do.
glow.
Uh, my wife, she bought blackout stickers for me for everything. The room, the house we moved in, where she's re whatever, redoing it all.
Yeah,
The room that I sleep in is completely black. Ceiling,
sounds nice, man.
walls, it's so good.
See,
Uh,
that'll keep you from seeing the shadow people. If it's totally black, you
mm-mm.
can't see anything.
You still see them.
So so
That's not
I
great.
have this thought about the shadow people. So you know how basically like darkness is default. We can only see thanks to like the light.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah,
if they're not necessarily quote unquote shadow, but it's just something that our mind cannot perceive or in a physical sense, but knows is there. So it's represented by a shadowing out because it's something, but it's not, like actual shadow. It's just something, right?
more like a spiritual entity that our brain is representing in a way that we can parse.
Yeah, trying
Right.
to tell us
Because,
that we're seeing something.
That's great, man.
right.
Thank you. That's creepy as fuck. I'm so
Yeah,
glad to entertain that notion.
yeah, I've thought
You're welcome.
of something along those lines before too. Um, the thing that always kind of messes with me is there's a moment where I remember talking to my mom, um, and I was talking to her like she was on her going out to work. Uh, she went to the hallway. I was talking to her in the hallway, and her face just got enveloped by a shadow. Um, no, I remember thinking, okay, it's with the light. So I flipped the light on. I could see her face. Oh, okay, that's fine. Turn the light back off, and that just complete shadow. So I was like, I'm gonna have her face towards the light, so it doesn't look different. So I moved to like her side, and she moved to continue talking to me, but her face just stayed as a black shadow. I couldn't make out her facial features. It was wild. Scared the shit out of me. I didn't tell her,
That's creepy. Yeah.
but I was like, be safe when you're going to work. Take your Um, so it made me feel like I was being toyed with almost by a being. Uh, and that's also what kind of made me think, what if it's just my mind trying to figure out what the fuck I'm looking at? What if in that moment my mind was just having wires crossed more or less, and that's why I was seeing what I was seeing, compared to like if it was something else, something more paranormal. Um,
Well, I think that the wires have to be a little crossed for you to perceive it. Now, does that mean it's a complete fabrication of your mind or not? Mm, like, why is it just these specific things? Why isn't
mhm.
it like something else? You know?
Maybe it's like an extrasensory perception. It's just your brain parsing in the only way it knows how, right? Just like I was talking
Mhm.
about earlier.
That that actually reminds me of a golfer who doctors figured out that his nerve endings were closer to the top layer of his skin than majority of people, and because of that, he says that he's able to basically sense when somebody around him is anxious or doing or like he more or less can feel people's emotions around him, which causes him to like have always have a bodyguard to keep people away from him because it becomes overwhelming for him,
That's the wildest shit I've ever heard.
dude. Um, he had a there was a caddy that vouched for him more or less about it happening where they were like in an elevator or something, and there's a kid there, and the golfer like leaned over to the caddy and said, "I think the kid wants something." The kid hasn't moved, said anything. So the caddy asked the kid, "Hey, is there something you need or whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah, I want a signature from this guy." And he's like super excited to see him and stuff like that. Um, Something along those lines. But
Yeah.
anyways, the along the line of, yeah, what if our senses can be dialed up more than what we actually. I mean, we keep talking about this really, just how dumbed down our brain does our senses so that we don't go insane from what we're seeing and hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Mhm.
processing so much data we have to throw away most of it, right? From our
Yeah,
eyes, our ears, our sense of touch, our smell, our taste.
yeah. And
It's like
there's
a
only
constant
so
barrage.
yeah, and there's only so much bandwidth that your brain can handle at one time. It's like one of those things where if you're in extreme pain, one of the things people have done is they hurt themselves in a
Hmm.
different place to dull the pain because you've overloaded your pain receptors at that point, you
Yep.
know?
Yeah. There's been
That's
times.
that's some next level moves.
Yeah, there's been times where I've, bit my tongue or bit my cheek so I could get through the pain.
Ooh,
Uh,
that's some bad pain, man.
you gotta get through it somehow, man. Sacrifice that body. That deadline is tomorrow. Um, Anyways, we're at the hour mark. I feel like we're kind of sporadic with this one, to be real with you.
Man, how focused do we need to be?
That's true.
Are people here listening to the topics we talk
No,
about, or are they here to listen to us
I,
talk
Yeah,
about whatever the fuck we talk about?
that's true.
yeah.
Some
I,
go for
honestly, years ago when we would do the Skype calls, and I would say like, "Oh, this would make a great podcast." I was just the random
it. Hmm.
banter and just the stream of consciousness. Like, I love it. I don't get me wrong. I think it's good to have a format and topics and such. But the tangents, the sidetracks, that's what life
Oh,
is about.
oh
Yes,
yeah, let it
yes,
carry you where it goes, man.
I agree. I think.
Fucking dolphins, dude.
See, you're all about the Dolphins, man.
I can't stop thinking about them, dude. Just their girthy, thick bodies.
Oh shit.
What about
They're
this?
so
little
Rotund.
Yangtze's dolphins. Those little smiley guys.
Yangtze dolphins. Yeah, yeah.
The what you say?
The Yangtze
Yes,
River.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you think those dolphins are as bad as bottlenose? Bottlenose, I've heard, are the ones
No,
that do the most foulest
bottlenose will
shit.
fuck you up, dude.
Yeah.
Like a river dolphin has to contend with river animals, right? But an ocean dolphin has to contend with like sharks and shit. Ocean dolphins were raised on the streets. They don't fuck around.
That's
Them river dolphins are fucking